Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. What really I like the people who are far away from me, and please come closer over here. Come closer, we would love to see you closer. We will talk, and I am looking for communication with you and give me some feedback. I will propose some ideas, which is a little bit probably you don't practice, or you may not like to do or to practice. Come please, come over here. We have enough place here. So you might challenge, you might say, well, what is this? Why is he proposing this or asking for this? In fact, it's only a matter of experience, and God knows how much we all of us here have experience, but we did not put it in the right way. First of all, let me ask one thing. Do you all speak Arabic?
No.
No, that's why I keep English. I was saying, should I ask them and something? Then I found 2-3 faces. It looks to me that their Arabic is not their native language. So, I'm wearing this. My God, I forgot. That's why I'm getting hot. I didn't know. I forgot about it. أستاذ طه هل الورق هذا يكفي؟ أنا عندي حوالي 20 أهو، بس عندي أكثر من 20.
ممكن كل مجموعة يعني نضع.
Right. طيب خير إن شاء الله. بارك الله فيك. ماشي الحال، لأنه ما بدي أعطي individual. عندي 20 بس of everything. تفضل. So the question that comes up right now, from me to you, do you teach Arabic for non-speakers of Arabic? Because there are some people who say, I am a speaker of Arabic, but in fact, they don't know how to write the alphabet. I'm not exaggerating. Somebody, his mother is Palestinian, his father is Egyptian or something, and then, okay, well, I know Arabic. Okay, let's start, okay. First of all, let's do the alphabet. Alif, ba, ta, tha. Or the sound of the alphabet. A, ba, ta, tha. Either way is okay. And he doesn't, or she doesn't, is not able to write them. So now the question is, are those people the one you are teaching, or who are American, who are non-speakers of Arabic, who have no background at all? Which one you are teaching?
First group.
Yeah. In my college, at the university where I teach Arabic also, in New York, I have students who all of them are American, Native American, born, and they are not Arabs, they are not Muslims, and they all want to learn Arabic because for many reasons. We'll talk about them very quickly. But also, I got few students who are from the group who have a good base of family base, mother or father. But the mother is busy and the father is busy. So they will not be able to teach their kids. So let's talk about the problems that we have. Outside the Arab world, Arabic language is introduced to acquire an important language, to teach and learn the Holy Quran, to gain understanding of Arabic history, science contribution, and literature. These 1, 2, 3. These I put red marks on them. Now we come to this point here, 4 and 5, to engage in commerce and with the wealthy and oil part of the world, which is true. To politically gain knowledge of the customers of Arabic people. I met somebody in Kuwait, He had been there for 27 years. He is from Iowa. I met him by chance. He had been there for 27 years. And he's not willing to return to America. He's American. He's from Iowa. He said, "Well, my God, yeah, my goodness, I'm making money here in a dream. You want to go back?" Hey, no, I'm going to stay here. And he starts talking with me some Arabics here and there. So is this some kind of client that you will see? Yes, that's what we will see. So the classical Arabic is the language that we need. Classical or standard is the language that we should focus on. Now, you want to speak dialect? God help you. Because you cannot say, you don't know the meaning of راه يا ودي مهناش. What did I say?
Say it again.
Oh, you didn't get it. راه يا ودي مهناش.
It's not there.
Yeah, what do you mean by راه يا ودي?
Leave, my dear.
Yeah, this is Libya. Who was that Libya? Libya, yeah. Libya. Libya. I taught at the university there in Libya. And one of these, I was asking, what is the dean? I came to give some paper. He told me, "Oh, يودي مهناش." I said, "What?" He said, "Oh, يودي مهناش." Huh? That was my first impression. So what do I teach you in the dialect? No way. No way. What do I teach you when when I talk about items and words and naming stuff? Which one? I should go to the classical. If you want to, yes, the Fusha. Al-Fusha. If you go to a book called فقه اللغة للثعالبي, go look it up online, download it, look at it. فقه اللغة للثعالبي, and see that guy, great guy, how he went deep and deep in the language, and he wrote down things about every name, everything. And you cannot believe it, what you see there. All kinds of different naming and names, nouns, pronouns, everything. Subhanallah. And this is an old book that was done about 400 years ago. Not today, 500 years ago. It's there, it's online, you can see it. Okay? So, do you need to teach functional Arabic? Yeah, we can. We can teach functional وظيفية. اللغة الوظيفية, functional. معناتها this is something that we use every day. فالمصري بدرس مصري, والسوري بدرس سوري, والعراقي بدرس عراقي, والكذا بدرس كذا, okay, والجزائري بدرس جزائري. Everybody is happy. And the guy go who learned from you, he learned from you Algerian, then he goes to Kuwait. And he starts, no, they tell him, what, wait. He wants to ask things, he asks in an Algerian accent. Huh? A lot of shunu. Yeah. مين يرفع لك الدبش؟ ها؟ Thank you. أنا بالإيربورت he told me مين يرفع لك الدبش يا أستاذ؟ أيوة العفش قصده. قال لك دبش. What is دبش in our word? دبش يعني الحجر الكبير. I told him I don't have دبش. He said that كان عندي 10 شنط جاي من مصر. طلع بدي احطهم مين يرفع لك الدبش يا استاذ؟ قلت له اي دبش؟ ما عندي دبش. قال لي هذا الدبش. قلت له لواحد I told somebody الله يعطيك العافيه, he was about to shoot me.
Yes, it's a bad.
What are you going to do? Are you going to teach students العافيه means النار? No way. You cannot. I told him Allah يعطيك العافية. He got mad. I told him, what's the matter with you? Allah يعطيني العافية أنا. Then he looked, he said, what do you mean? I said, Allah يعطيني العافية أنا. Why are you upset? So, you see that? So functional meaning has to do with the culture itself. I am going to work in the United Arab Emirates or this Gulf area, no problem. I will learn things related to that, no problem. But it's all functional and it's all very little, not that deep language. Now, when you speak with the classical Arabic, everybody will understand you. From Iraq all the way to Mauritania. All of them will understand you because you're speaking classical, لغة القرآن, اللغة العربية. إنا أنزلناه قرآنا عربيا لعلكم تعقلون. لعلكم Arabic. That's it. That's beautiful, you know? Subhanallah. So, military people, they take Arabic. I taught in the National Guard in Iowa and in the National Guard in Texas, in Austin. I went to the base and they gave me students why they are going to be sent to overseas. So they want to know military words and question, answer, terminology, all of this. In my book, I have everything what I taught them. Not here. In my book, I'm publishing a book now next month, inshallah, or maximum by June should be ready, and then it will be sent. I have all the military vocabulary or terminology. So you know what happened in this area of the world. They need some survival skills. So the army officer they need survival skills. So he has to ask for things, for directions, for neighborhood, for areas, for safety areas, all of these things. Yes, that's because what we have. And the culture awareness. The culture awareness is something. Now the question is always come to us as which is first, this or that. You see, when we start, please, who's teaching writing here? Anybody teaching writing? When do you start teaching writing?
You mean the comprehension or writing the words?
Writing the letters, copying? No, we know. No, words.
Writing the words from the book or something
or a
like
sentence
this. Yes.
or something. Copying. Copying.
Yes.
That's copying. We all should do that. No problem.
Write essay like
But writing,
Writing
a paragraph.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Bravo. What level?
It's in 6 and up. Like 6.
Yes, beautiful.
6th grade.
How about you?
Yeah, I do also fifth and sixth.
Fifth and sixth. How about you? Fourth grade? You can a little early, but anyway, you can. Why not? If they are, you see, all has to do with their ability. If they can do it, welcome. If they cannot do it, don't force it. You will have them run away from your school and from your language. They will hate your language and they will hate the teacher.
Running away because of the spelling. How is the essays?
Exactly. So we should not start early in Arabic writing. But first of all, you have to focus on the letters correctly and the pronunciation. Allah will show you something about this, which is very difficult, and I know. I'll give you this. Give me a minute. About pronunciation, we have a lot of issues. Okay? غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الله على اللغة العربية. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. What is that? غير المغضوب عليهم. ضاد. لغة الضاد. الضاد not لغة الظاء لغة الضاد غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين those who goes astray not ولا الضالين who are hiding under the shade or shadow they have umbrella ضل ولا الضالين what they are under the umbrella mashallah that's the elements first elements in the Arabic pronunciation. Don't accept less than perfection in the pronunciation even if you have to repeat it once and 10 times and 20 times. You will see that. They know the letters? Do they? Do they know? They can identify it? Is this ta or tha or ta or noon? So immediately you put noon and he will tell you ta. So no, wait. Ta has two dots. Na, okay, good. Na, but you have to know it from first time, not from 2 times or 5 times. Then they put you tell him yeah, he put ta. The dots on the top instead of in the bottom. Yeah, this is yeah under problem again. So now there is no proficiency and no excellence in repetition. That is the main thing now. Before you go further and before we go writing, they have to be excellent in that. I know it's a hard work. It is very hard. You are facing a lot of troubles. I know that because I faced them. I faced them in college, even at college level, you know. Do they know the difference between verbs, noun, pronouns, adjectives, prepositions, article, interjection, all of these? Do they know? That's what you start to give them, but do not teach them al-i'rab. Don't teach them al-i'rab. فاعل مرفوع بالضمة وحد الله طو أول بالك easy عملك.
It's good if you know that this is a verb.
Later, yes. First he should know this is a noun or not. If he knows it's a noun, you tell him, look here, after kana, it's ism kana, because this is, we call it mubtada, but don't worry about it.
Okay.
We tell him this is khabar for al-mubtada, which is khabar kana,
Subject.
don't worry about it. So we throw things on him, but don't make him, responsible for it now.
Not Arab, but we tell them like the nominal sentence.
Exactly, nominal or
verbal sentence.
يعني look at it, if you know what's الإمام مالك الملك شو اسمه ألفية ابن مالك. Do you know it? Anybody learn it? Or not learn it, you cannot learn it. It's 800. ألفية ابن مالك, the guy, he was so genius. He put all the grammar in a poem, about 800 lines of poetry, with examples and everything. He starts after الصلاة على الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم and والصحابة and praising Sahaba. He said, كلامنا لفظ مفيد تستقر واسم وفعل ثم حرف الكلم. أبدا مرسوم رسم. This line of poetry, that's number one. It's in the grammar. كلمة تستقم. الكاف هي التشبيه, but it's an article, but هي يعني مثل معنى مثل. استقم فعل أمر, ولكن pay attention that there is a fa'al. Our verbs, there is a fa'al in them. If you don't see them, it's hidden. محذوف. Okay? So now we are starting the business of talking about the Arabic. Now here the proficiency scale. That's what I use in my college. at Union College and HVCC, Hudson Valley Community College, I teach this, and this is my expectation for a student. I tell them, look, what do you want? A, B, C, D, what do you want? You tell me. You want A, this, B, this, C or D, this. So we go to these 4 skills. If they are at this level, fine. Of course, I use number system, but it's not sometimes accurate. That's why I tell them, read for me. I tell him, read for me. He would read. I give him something and he will read. Here I can evaluate. Real evaluation. Acquisition of the any language, not Arabic, any language. You want to learn a language, you have to crack the code. Code. Because a language is, what is it? It's code. It's code. What are they? Letters put together. لما أنا أقول لك وأنا ما أنا أقول لك عقد أو عقد أو عقد.
Yeah.
Are we playing here?
No,
It's the same. No, it's not the same.
No.
only the sound.
What did we do here? We changed the inflection. And from the inflection, we created 3 different meanings. Same word, yes. Same thing. And aqada, it's a verb now. Changed. Okay? وعقد وعقد وعاقد يا عاقد الحاجبين على الجبين اللجين عاقد اسم فاعل معقود معقود اسم مفعول. All of this they give the idea of adjective and المبالغة صيغ المبالغة extreme numbers, extreme words. So you need to know the code. If you know the code, which is the inflection, and before the inflection, the letters themselves. You know the letters themselves. How do we say them? Then next part is the inflection. He knows the inflection, then we give him the meaning. We don't need to give them the meaning now. They don't need to know the meaning of إشرأبت الأعناق. Who cares? إشرأبت, who cares? إشرأبت الأعناق. يعني مد راسه هيك. شو بهمني أنا؟ Why do we have to study this or learn this? فالأساتذة اللغة العربية اللي عم بدرسوا, they have to have the sense of graduation. الكوريكولوم, any curriculum. تخصصي my PhD is in curriculum development from Iowa State University. I know the skills, and I know the steps, and I know the gradation of things. So wait a minute, شو اللي شربت وشربت عمل. First we start with the easy words, and we go to the next, but the skills are needed here. The brain will crack the code and make a meaning of that after that. But we need to learn the sounds that form the word, okay? And this process requires, please pay attention to this thing. Teaching a new language, any new, you want to study, you want to learn Chinese tomorrow? That's what you need to do. You need to replicate. You need to have accurate reading. You have to have time interval. You want to learn Hebrew tomorrow? You want to learn Japanese? That's what you need. So Arabic is also replication. إعادة, an إعادة, and with correct feedback. Huh? I was praying behind one of the imams in one of the cities in one of the mosques. One time, one area, I don't want to tell you what they, or where. The guy who was leading the prayer, then he said, Allahu Akbar, and he went down. Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim, Subhana Rabbi al-Azim. Okay, good. Good. Sami Allah al-Lamida. Huh? He said, Sami Allah al-Lamida. Means Sami Allahu liman hamida. La ilaha illallah. He did it according to 4 times during the prayer. And then after that, I told him, excuse me. And I don't know him. I was passing by, I stopped my car. It's, Salat al-Dhuhr. I went into it. I told him, how could you be here? I said, no. You cannot be imam. You should not. He said, what? I've been here for 6 years. Ya haram al community. Allah sa'adhum al community. شو هو؟ قال سمع الله اللميدة. سمع الله لمن حمده. One mistake, we hear it all over United States. We say Allahu Akbar. فتحة أكبر. ما بصير هذا غلط. الله أكبر. مبتدأ وخبر or مبتدأ وصفة or مبتدأ وصفة. You don't need مبتدأ وخبر. الله أكبر وأفعل تفضيل. أكبر. أكبر من أي شيء تقوم به. So يقول لك أكبر. There is no أكبر in اللغة العربية. الله أكبر. And people, people don't know. They think all the same. So now you are a teacher. You are teachers of Arabic language. You should be very careful and pay attention to the inflection.
Yes.
Without it, we'll have a lot of trouble. But how do we do it? By replication, by stress the accuracy, by time interval. You do this today, tomorrow don't do it, after tomorrow do it. Next day don't do it, the day after. So you have to have interval. Do you know Skinner? Anybody learn about Skinner? You know him? B.F. Skinner?
Psychologist.
Yes, he's a great psychologist. He invented a method to teach anything, which is called the schedule of reinforcement. Reinforcement schedule. What is that? It's they say you have to have time interval for people to learn. Nobody can learn anything here in one setting. This brain cannot take it. You have to give him some time and come back after like 24 hours or 48 hours. Again, give it again, then give it a break. Give it a break. 1 day, 2 days, then come back again. So he made a schedule called reinforcement schedule, which tells you how many times you need to do it, how often, and what kind of reinforcement you need to do.
At least 8 times to make it
Stick, yeah. So you can see, we are talking about education, something learned, time interval. If you teach anything today and you come after 3 weeks, you ask the kids, it's gone. It's not, you need to pound it. Then come back after 3 days and pound it. That's one of the difficult things in teaching Arabic. Things, people will come, those who are visiting, they say, well, you did not teach them this? He said, yeah, I taught them that. When I told them this last month, did you visit it again? No, I did not. So that's the problem. So the time interval is so important.
Okay, I have one problem here.
Yes.
For example, in Sunday schools, I'm talking about my experience.
They come once
I
every week.
divide it, yes.
Yeah.
And although I divide
Yeah.
the subject,
Yeah.
but I'm asking the parents at
Yes.
home to stay for 10 minutes at least, make it like a schedule for them, 10 minutes every day.
Right.
But I come next week
Yes.
and they
They go. You'll find a lot of difficulty when you have time interval is long and there is nothing in between. There should be something in between. If you want, you can ask them either to record something for you and bring it or send it or email it, or have the parents agree, Or else you change the time interval, or give them a little bit at a time. I mean, yes, the time 1 week is too long. 2 days. That's the best way. Okay? Yeah, I understand. Look here. Do we teach grammar or translation? Do we teach from the simple to the complex, or the other way around? What do you do? What's the simple you teach first? The simple, yes. But then after that you change. It's only the sounding, the letters, the pronunciation, all of this, and writing letters. Yes. That's the simple here. Then after that, you tell him, أكل الولد التفاحة. Huh? You tell him, yeah. You know and you know ka, and you know la, and you know la, wa, la, da, la, ta, fa, ha, ta. If he knows those, then you give him a sentence. أكل الولد التفاحة. Then you try to be smart by giving them, changing the walad into البنت. And the tufaha, change it to batiha. Whatever. أكل إلى شرب أحمد الماء. Now the girl, we tell him girl, and has a ta in it. شربت هيفاء الماء. Now this way, now you are introducing the vocabulary and introducing the pronoun. Don't have a setting for pronoun. It's difficult for them. You know? I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, you are, they are. Okay, that's a verb to be with these pronouns. Yeah, but now here you come. أنا آكل, أنت تأكل, أنت تأكلين. Don't bring أنت تأكلين now. Leave it, hide it behind your back. Wait. Just أنتما, keep it behind you. هن, keep it behind you. And هما, keep it behind you. Wait. Just أنا, أنت, هو, هي, نحن, هم, أنتم, وهم. خلص. والباقيين هو الزيادات. These are. Now tell me who's today using المثنى? Hardly ever. But it is used. But we need to know it. And we need to learn it. But not now. Let's keep it aside. You try it. Now you learn this. When you learn this, you tell him, by the way, these are not all the pronouns. Now I can give you those. This way he can grasp them. Okay? Instead of having 14 different ones, it's enough to have 9. Okay? So you have to be, it's the art of teaching. That's called the art of teaching. Teachers are not only speakers. You have to weigh what's going on in the student's mind. And you have to give him what's equivalent to that. That's the art of teaching. Okay? So the grammar, maybe it's a little bit, like I was asked last week, one of the students, one of the girls, she said, Doctor, why do we say على فعل ماضي ناقص? Why do we say ناقص? طلعت فيها should I go there?
Yeah.
But she needs to know it. I'll tell her, okay, guys, what I'm gonna say, it's not included in the manhaj, in the curriculum. But understand something. Why do we say فعل ماضي ناقص? It's because here the verb كان, where is his subject? We don't have a subject. كان who? Okay. كان القمر مشعا منيرا. أصل الكلام القمر منير. القمر منير مبتدأ وخبر. كان Al-Qamaru stayed the same. Muniran changed. Who changed it? The Dhamma become Fatha or Tanween. But what is the verb for kana? We don't have that. It's not this. Now I got it. I said, yeah. I mean, everything you have, there is a reason for that. Kana al-Qamaru naqisa. Naqisa. So all of this, sometimes you have to, as I said to you, you have to hide few things behind you. So later, not now. Wait, don't push yourself so much. Don't ask too many things. I mean, I know if students are asking, that's great, because that means they want to learn. But I don't want them to distract the rest of the students. Okay? So the grammar are a little bit difficult. So they lose interest. They become less motivated. And eventually drop out. You know? يعني لما تيجي تقول له والله المفعول به منصوب طيب والمفعول معه منصوب. How do I know when is مفعول معه? You have to have before him واو. Oh, but there is السماء والسماء والطارق. There is واو. Is this مفعول معه? No. This واو, another واو. واو القسم. Oh my goodness. Those people don't know what they are teaching us. So, Mama, I don't want to study Arabic. Baba, I don't want to study Arabic. Why? Don't introduce things before it's time. And the time is how much your students are able to interact and give you good understanding of words. Don't go to grammar. We'll go to them later. They will come naturally. Naturally. Especially if you focus on the Fatha, al-Dhamma, al-Kasra. Do not accept less than perfection in al-Fatha, al-Dhamma, al-Kasra. At all. Don't say, okay, بعدين بيتعلمها. No. Later, he will learn it later. No, he will not learn it later. Now. Okay? So, now. Yes. Questions? يلا. صار عندها مجموعة أسئلة يلا بنضيق. يلا.
So when you say hide it, like
Yeah, I mean leave it. I mean I'm just
I'm
using
I'm
figure of speech. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So do you mean in the same period when
Yeah,
teaching?
leave it.
Or
Don't
you
introduce
mean
it now.
that there is a specific, like, there is another age or another level that I introduce Jama with?
Exactly. When they are ready.
But
you know?
you're talking about like as if the teacher has a control of the curriculum, right?
Well, the curriculum usually it has two things. The curriculum which is written on the book and the paper, and the curriculum which you present in the classroom. These are two. One is called the classical written curriculum, and the one which is the applied curriculum, which you are doing. So use the applied very carefully. Make sure you have to look there and see what they are talking. If they are talking about the verb and the الفعل والفاعل كذا, don't focus on that much. Focus on what makes them understand the difference between الفعل والفاعل.
And
Now, one more question. تفضلي.
You recommended that the writing is after grade
After.
4.
And even the book. You see the books? You see the books, the textbooks which you buy from outside there?
Yeah.
From outside? You take them and keep them in your office. Don't give them to the student. Students first, at the first stages, they only need papers, loose papers.
Yeah.
When they are good in the alphabet and the pronunciation, you give them this book. It will take you a month or 2 months. But don't bring 3-4 books. That's for you, Arabic. That's for you, Arabic. He said, what? I'm going to read this.
And so when do you introduce the
The grammar, higher level. As she said a little bit, one of the ladies. Like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Yeah. And always, remember, you have to compare this with what's in the English. Because in English, they are learning from you. In the English, they will need to know. When you tell them the verb is like this, then you see as in Arabic, as in English, we say like this, and especially the translation. when we come to the translation, God help you, because the translation is switched as English to Arabic. Huh? Yeah. Another one. هذه شيء مبعوثة، هذه مبعوثة من العناية الإلهية. تفضل.
So,
Yes.
do you recommend that we teach our kids the same way we taught? Like we started with the alphabet.
Yes.
Do you recommend that we start with them with the words?
Words?
Yeah.
Yes, why not? But it's not for them to write.
No,
It's only to
right.
say.
Just
You say
write.
this is called. No, it's not microphone. No, I don't want to say microphone. It's not an Arabic word. You say ورقة. أعطيني الورقة at home. أعطيني الورقة. And even in school, أخرج القلم. You know, his ears will start to get used to
But at the
these.
same time,
But then you only letters. And then after the letters, you tell him, look, أخرج الورقة. أخرج. You show him where you get this word from. الورقة. ألف لام. لام. ورقة. ورقة. So now he can see the connection between what you are giving him as letters and what you are giving him as words. Okay? Okay. So, and I am always afraid that you push, and students get, depressed. They say, Mama, Baba, I don't want Arabic. It's better for me to learn Spanish. That's true. Why? Because they know how to teach Spanish there. They teach them with music and songs and something. You can do that. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, some kind to make them happy and so. Do more drills. You need more drills. Drills and practice. A lot of people don't understand the difference. Many people don't know what's drill and practice. What's drill and practice? Drill is the repetition of the same thing. It's like you have, a drill in the wall. Drill, that's drill. And practice, you show him a sentence or a word or something and tell him to dissect that word into basic letters. That's the practice. Drill is repetition for the same skill exactly. Okay? Students must know that there are about, I want you all to know, all of you, that there are about 10,000 words in English language that's of Arabic origin. Why do you think this happened? Anybody came with a bag of words and came to the shore of America here and dropped them at the floor and ask Americans, go pick one from them and take them? It's because of the civilization that we all should be proud of, happy that we had great impact on Europeans in general and American, language or English language. About 10,000 words. And in my book I have all the list, not all of them, many of these things. Because they have to know. When they know this, they'll be happy. They say, oh God, we are that important, we are that, influential. Then you go after that, you just a little history. You talk a little bit about science. والله نحن yes نحن history, geography, and stars, because the cosmos and the all kinds of planets and stars. We have a lot of them until today. They are named in Arabic. A lot of them. So when a student knows all this, he'll become more motivated. But if he knows Arabic is this language is Learn what about it. Learn the history behind it. If you know the history behind it, you'll love it. You'll say, I'm happy. You'll be so proud. Okay? And this is one of the things that you yourself, you should educate yourself about it and tell the kids about it. We have a lot of resources in our language. Now, we have three methods are used usually. It's the thematic approach and the communicative approach. Okay? Thematic from theme. They teach by theme. This is for students who are new and you find them, you put like, especially in Sunday schools or something, you put for them list of things according to one idea or one situation. Something has to do with the, as I told you, as I taught in the army, I taught them about military words and terminology. They wanted that. I said, okay. When you stop somebody at the checkpoint, you tell him, ما اسمه, ارفع يديك, هل معك سلاح, all of these things. That's related to that. So somebody else who's learning to go and be in business overseas, then we will have to tell him what's the stock market, what is the interest rate, what is this, all of this, you know, and بيع شراء, تبادل, all of this. So this is called thematic, something that has one idea sometimes, central topic, and things behind it, around it. The communicative approach, which make things, in real situations, what do we say? It's very close to that, except here in the communicative, you will use a lot of practice, not just memorization. You have to practice it. In communicative, you have to practice it, a lot of practice, not just memorize. I could give you a lot of things here. You do it yourself. But here, I have to be with you and make sure to give you immediate feedback. And you can include in this dialect, in this communicative, you can include some basic Arabic dialects. Okay? Now, using dialogues, students, they repeat, memorize, focus on proper pronunciation. They work things between each other, dialogues, not from the teachers, from the students themselves. قدم نفسك يا محمد. ويجب أنا اسمي محمد، أنا من لبنان، أنا أدرس اللغة العربية في مدرسة. So he start talking. So the other one, he has to do the dialogue. Okay, and start, and they talk, they ask about things, about greetings and opinion exchange, greetings, They have some things about the weather, hobbies, ما هي هوايتك? ما هي هوايتك? What is your hobby? If you are going to talk about dialect, الهواية is البوكس على الوش. ضربوا هواية كسر. I'm saying والعراق وبسوريا. They say والله ضربوا هواية يا لطيف. سوريا كله. فهواية. So أنا عم بسألك ما هي هوايتك؟ No. I'm talking ما هي هوايتك. What is your hobby? So now here we have to be careful about these things. Okay? And you have to memorize that. You have to memorize which utterance, which is the utterance here, the inflection is more appropriate. Okay? There is something done by Chomsky, Skinner, and Charles Fries during World War II. After World War II, these people, they work together. It's called the ALA or ALM, Audio-Lingual Method. It's an army method where each one of them, Chomsky, Noam Chomsky, and B.F. Skinner, and Charles Fries, they worked on a method to teach the army officers or army personnel in like 20 days, 1 month maximum. They should be ready. But what they do? They give them audio lingual approach, and they are the one who created the language lab. See, language lab in your schools. If you have, anyone has language lab? Just one? يا حرام فقير كلكم فقراء. ليش? Why language lab you don't have? Why? It's all this thing here, the microphone and the speaker, and it's attached to the computer. And if you have Rosetta Stone, put it in, and you can repeat after that. Rosetta Stone, it's $400. 15 students can work on this software. Why? Laziness.
That way they can listen to others
Laziness.
beside the teacher.
There's nothing. Why? How come you go to how come to other high schools and you find them, they have this language lab for any language? French, even English. French, Spanish, anything. Why not? There's no excuse. You have to work on it. You have to say that. So the people now there, they're going to say, swear at me, your principals, when you go and tell them.
Yeah, we'll need to listen.
They said this teacher, he corrupted you. Yeah. So, but you have to do that. Okay. Basics. Again, basics for Arabic language. Identify the Arabic alphabet instantly. I told you this before, but this is the first time I'm telling you. Instantly. When I show you a letter, you tell me. I don't want ma, da, ba, na, ta. That's not Arabic.
Especially if the letters are the same, similar to each other. They ain, ghain, yeah.
When he see it, he will say, this is ayn. This is ghain. مش this is من هون جاي معناتها هيدي فاء نون باء That's not learning now. He did not learn yet. So you say, oh God, you said it, bravo, after 7 times. He said it, bravo. No bravo. 0 bravo.
We have to say bravo.
You have to show him, and he says, this is ayn. I show him, he says, this is noon. I show him, he says, this is fa. The fa and qaf, they always have issue with it. Okay? Noon will ba, they have issue with it. So you show him noon, he say ba, no, ta, no, noon, yes, but this is 3 times. 3 times tell him, 0. You, until he knows them perfectly, don't go to the next level. You need perfection.
That's teaching the letters that are similar.
So stay with the letters at the beginning, over and over and over and over. No problem. Don't move before you are sure of that. Instantly.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Does teaching the letters that are the same
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
is better?
Yeah.
You will
As
use
a
them
group?
both ways. You first individual, then together. Allah, I'll show you that. I have that. You are asking, questions from. Did you see this before?
No. It's because
I thought maybe somebody sent there my.
I'm adopting this way.
We're teaching the sound system. We start with the same
Hello.
for first language acquisition or no?
Yes.
If I like you and then we go the same.
La, don't tell me about it. Give us the sound. Allah, I'm telling you, you do not need to teach alif, ba, ta, tha. No. It's a, ba, ta, tha. Give me the sound, not the name of the letter.
There's a difference between the name and the sound.
Yes.
The sound, a, ba, ta. You can give them all, it's up to you. But after that, you have to give them the sound and tell them, give me the sound. Yes?
This is maybe it's good for the elementary, but for
Yes, elementary. Yes. Those who starting Arabic.
Or anyone
the
starting.
middle school or high school, when we need to teach them the Quran because there's
Yes, yes.
alone letters of
Right. You go from there. Then you use القاعدة النورانية. Then you go to the القاعدة البشندية. You don't know it? No. الله الله. وافتحوا بالنورانية بس. الله ينور عليكم.
What is the second one?
Yeah.
Bashandiyya.
في البشندية. Very accurate. البشندية. Oh yeah, I'm not joking.
What about the Bahadiyya?
الله ربي لا أريد سواه. نعم. النورانية you start, then you go بشندية. Okay. So, okay. Now I'm making every one of you think and swear this teacher he came from New York. He is not to our thinking, below our thinking. I am below your thinking. So I want you to come to this. Look at this here. Huh? The same thing, like Nuraniya, but it's better. Better after Nuraniya. Nuraniya first, then Bashandiyya. Yes, I mean there are many ways.
So you start with
Nuraniya, and then I move to Bashandiyya. Bashandiyya is so nice because they give you the smallest. لا حبيبتي البشندية البشندية. No. His name is أنس البشندي من السعودية. هو لا مش سعودي، هو من حفظة القرآن والهذا. 10 minutes شايفين انتوا you are making me okay. طيب look. Okay حبيبي. Okay, look here. The inflection, pay attention to the short and long. Short and long. Huh? Remember. قال ربنا إنا نخاف أن نخاف عليه أن يفرط علينا أو أن يطغى. So this مد لأنه في ألف. Okay? Because any extension other than what it should be, it will make a change in the meaning. Let's see here what we know in English. In Arabic we have verb, subject, object. أكل الولد تفاحة. كتب التلميذ الواجب. Okay? So we have verb, who, the subject, object. Now, those who have some good background in English, students or something, they know it's different. Okay? All right? That's one of the things that we need to know. And summarize the meaning also in one word. Sometimes in Arabic, it's so strong that you summarize the meaning of a sentence in one word. Okay? لما تقولي ذهبوا, they went. 2 words. They went. ذهبوا, plural. Okay. ذهبوا. Where is the الفاعل? There is subject. Why no? ذهبوا هم. ضمير مستتر. هم. ذهبوا. هم. So now we have 3 things in one word. ذهبوا. One word. So that's what you know, in the Quran Kareem there is a word that is just turns heads. الله أكبر على الكلمة ما أجملها. فيها how many say it again. Allah, there is مفعول به أيضا. In it. فعل وفاعل ومفعول به and telling you that this is plural and tell you these are
اتنين مفعول به
يا
مفعول به
الله.
أول وثاني
أن نلزمكم one word يا سلام. That's the power of the Arabic language. So if you do not appreciate the language, believe me, you cannot teach it properly, but you can teach to the basics. After that, let another teacher teach it. You teach this level, somebody else will teach the next level. Look at these letters, and now I'll come to this is what you are asking. Look at these. Notice, we have an issue here. This ha is H in Arabic, in English. But when you come to the ha, it's H with this extra inflection that this is not ha, it's ha. So for the student, he has to memorize that. When he see ha, he knows how to write it or how to pronounce it. So, Sad, look at the scene. S, look at the Sad. Same thing, this and this. Look at the Ta. Look at this Ta. Okay? That is the thing that they need to practice. After that, you go to the next level where you put them together, two letters together. Here, Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra, Sukun, and Shadda.
Can you go to that slide? Can you go back to the slides, please?
This one?
Yes, please.
Mhm. وقبر حرب بمكان قفر وليس قرب قبر حرب قبر. You know it? وليس قرب قبر حرب قبر. هذه tongue twisters لصاحبك المتنبي. Your friend المتنبي. But all has meaning. It has meaning. It has great meaning. It's not words said. No. Beautiful. Look at this here. Fatha, Dhamma, Kasra, Shadda, Sukun, Shadda. And look at this long vowel. Try when you have long vowel to double the letter. Put two A's. O, two O's. And the E, put the E's. Like here. Katib, Hubub, Barid. See it? That's for you to pay attention. This is the word Aqd. Okay? Aqd. You see this? All of this has to do with just one inflection. Look at this. Bar, bur, bir. You know the meaning of these?
Yeah.
Bar, bur, bir. Yeah.
Bar means the-
You know it, right? Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, we have things like this. We just you change a letter, change the meaning. One inflection, change the meaning. But this attention is your work. You are the one who will pay attention to it and then transfer it to your students. Yeah. Look here. استعملوا. استعملنا. استعملوا. See that? استعملوا they used. Male. Male. Male and female, both. Plural. استعملنا. Huh? It's plural. Female. And this is an order form, which is al-Fatha. I still have 5 minutes. Allahu Akbar. Yalla guys, are you with me or what?
Yeah.
Yalla. استعملنا فعل أمر. Imperative. We call it imperative or order form. استعملنا. How do I know? Who told me that? Nobody told me. The inflection told me. استعملنا. استعملوا. This is مبني للمجهول, passive voice. استعملوا. Now here, he did not write ما كتب أو لم يكتب. ما كتب لم يكتب. ما كتبت لم تكتب. ما كتبنا لم نكتب. So all of this, one word, it gives more than something that we can learn. Now look at this. The two people here are dancing. These two guys are dancing. Why? Because we are telling you that all of these words are dancing. You put this over this, and this over this, and this over this, and this over this, but they have all the same meaning. Nothing changed. Why? Because the inflection. Because of the inflection. Inflection, it tells you, determine the meaning. Okay? You got that? The idea? All of them are correct. All of them the same meaning. Nothing changed. If you do it in English, try to do it in English and see. Completely different. Completely different. Okay? And what is it? And I should go home now to my house. I still have 3 minutes.
3 minutes if you
Yes.
can we do some space for questions?
Yes, I mean anytime, and I'm giving them during that. Anyone has any question before I go a little bit? I still have 2 minutes. Yes.
Can we have the PowerPoint?
You want to have the PowerPoint? How much you want to pay?
As much as you want.
Habibi. Yeah, inshallah. Okay. Look here. Look here in the Quran Kareem. العلم كله هو من القرآن الكريم. The beauty in the Quran here. إذ تبرأ الذين تبعوا من الذين تبعوا. Both of them they look the same, but they are not the same. This means different than this. The first is different than the second. What happened? The inflection dictated on you. This you understand it this way. So now all of you, you should know. You should not teach without making sure the inflection is read correctly. Don't let it pass. Don't say, بتعلمها بعدين. He'll learn it later. No, he won't. It will. You have to stop it. وعصى آدم ربه. Okay? وإذ ابتلى إبراهيم ربه. شوف هذه بقى. Allah is ابتلى إبراهيم ولا إبراهيم ابتلى الله. How do we know? We know from the inflection. وإذ ابتلى إبراهيم ربه فعل. ها؟ لفظ الجلالة. Look here. فقال ربي هذا موسى عليه السلام إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. Now what happened? He took the الخبر فقير. This one, it's not in the right place. أصل الكلام ربي إني فقير. So قلبها كلياتها. Did it change? No, because the inflection will dictate the meaning.
That's the beauty.
If you go from this lecture today and knowing the importance of inflections and not to let students pass without making sure that they read correctly, I would be so happy. Yes?
Thank you.
So you support like before teaching
No, the grammar. Maybe if you want to say them, but don't let them write it or memorize it or something. Oh, this is later. That's advanced, Habib. This is advanced. Not from the beginning. No, the beginning, alif, ba. Yeah. And for you as teachers, I'm giving you this. Now read the last line and tell me. من أسعد الناس? It's a question. طيب, what about this? من أسعد الناس؟ هذا الرجل أو هذه المرأة من أسعد الناس. The first one, من أسعد الناس? It's a question. The next one, من أسعد الناس؟ مفعول به. أسعد الناس. Who is helping people? Who is giving sadaqah to people? Who is making people happy? This one here. My goodness, how this happened from the inflection. The importance of inflection is, yeah, yes, go ahead.
How does that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, English. Okay,
No problem. Yeah.
ايه احكي عن
اللي بدك اياه عربي انجليزي no problem.
حكيت انه بعد ما ندرسهم الاحرف العربيه نوديهم على اكل الولد التفاحه
The pronunciation, ها؟
ايه
الأحرف مع الساوند. not just أحرف.
ايه بس يعني قصدي ما بتعلمهم الحركات بالاول والمدود بعدين شو اللي انت قلت
حركات ألف باء فتحة وضمة وبعدين يدولها. Yeah? Make sure it's not enough for a student to know. Do you know the alphabet? He'll say ألف باء تاء ثاء جيم حاء خاء دال دال.
No.
Okay, he memorized them. Now ask him. You put it here in front of him and tell him read it backward. Can he read it? Yeah. Wow, ha, wow, you.
Yeah.
Noon, ha, wow, yeah. So he has to go backward now. Okay? He has to, you write this for him. You tell him, you said all this, bravo. Now, okay. Can you read this? Read this. Go back. Can he know? Yeah, wow, ha, noon, meme? Or not? If he knows, then he knows the alphabet. Then we go to the sounding after that. Good job, يعني. Anyone other question? I still have things to say, but يبدو إنه we are having a lot of things here. نعم. أستاذنا. نعم. No, okay. If you want to, yeah. If you want to stay a little bit, we still have a dish. How many? 15 minutes? 10 minutes?
Jazakumullah khair. Thank you so much for attending the session. Thank you, Dr. Walid. And I think we have half an hour until the next session. So if you have any questions or any concern, any comment, you can contact Dr. Walid after. So the session is officially adjourned. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.